Alright guys, welcome back. We got Alliance War, Season 31, War number 5. Path 9, we're starting, we got Kingpin. We have to bring in Iceman, because we got Elsa here on Hazard Shift. And I don't want to, and I could see that the guy was running the Damaging Masteries. I don't want to take a bunch of degen with Kingpin. I'm already going to have to end up probably using a bunch of potions on him anyway, because I didn't bring in Hood this time, so his Purify is not going to be as great. But I've done this in seasons past. Iceman doesn't take a sniff of damage. He's totally fine. And then I got Kingpin and I got Doc Ock for some fights. So Kingpin's going to come in. And it's just a little annoying on this one, on this node, because of the Feats of Indestructible 1. So when I get to 1 bar of power, he's going to get a invulnerability boost, and it just means that the fight's gonna go a bit longer, and it means that he's going to get his the infection charges on me. I get clipped a little bit there by his special one, and my mistimed my special one there before. So now I'm just going to try and wait this one out, wait for the indestructible to go down. Now I can throw my special one again, and Warlock is almost down. Again, if you haven't been on the channel before, I run 2 accounts in the same battle group. We do as many fights as we can. I'm boosted. I speed up the fights a little bit just for time because we have 19 fights this war. Alright, we got another Hazard Shift Guardian here. And again, this one, we heal up Kingpin, we throw on a regen boost, we get a little bit of regen also back from the rage charges because we got willpower on this account. Again, at some point I should probably put willpower on the other account, but that's something else we can discuss later. But that's fine. Kingpin shreds that Guardian, no problem. Next, we got the Power Snack and Backup Recovery Storm X. So I went in with Doc Ock, and at the beginning, I'm just going to go parry heavies, but she does have that glancing mechanic, so you can see there that I didn't get the detonation on those last 2 heavies. So at a certain point, I realized I'm just going to have to go in and out and just, just go regular attacks instead of parry heavies, because of that glancing isn't always giving me my direct damage on the detonations. So that's fine. Not a problem. And when she does get to the backup recovery, I do still expect the power lock will still kick in. So there we get our power lock. She's not going to get to the special 2. We'll just keep her at special 1s the entire time. And I'm pretty comfortable dexing her special 1. There we go. We get a nice triple debuff on that special 2, and then we just attack in. So finished with almost 100% health. Now we go in for this Professor X. Now this is Professor X on Mixmaster, and I have an invulnerability boost in case I screw up, and I make a mistake early. It kind of throws me off, and then we got to play, and then we got to clutch it out here. So I'm going to start off with a couple parry heavies, and again, parry heavy, then medium, light, medium, parry heavy, medium, light, medium. Right there, I thought I had time. I didn't. He clips me. Now I get rid of his falter, and now we try to get back into the same rotation. Parry heavy, parry medium, light, medium, and parry heavies. Really not a problem, except then I get clipped a little bit there by the end of his unblockable special 1. Normally I don't have too much problem fighting Professor X, but I'm going to go ahead. We're doing really well at this point. And then I think I make, I don't know if it's an error or if I went for, yeah, right there. I thought I had time to get an attack in, and instead I get clipped. But it's fine. We're gonna try and clutch this one out here. I don't want to take too many blocked hits because he is getting quite a bit of prowess. I think I messed up with my combo. That's what it was. Instead of medium, light, medium, I went in and I must have done 2 in a row, triggered the evade, and that wasn't great, especially when he had a bar of power. But we still get out of it. That's all I really needed Doc Ock for. I wanted him for those 2 fights. He got the job done. Solo's a solo, doesn't matter how you slice it. Now, this ebb and flow knockdown, right back at it thing. Now, a few wars ago, I did it with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, where we could get where we could apply a slow, and it didn't actually work. It completely failed, and it was the wrong debuff that was applying. Here, I was looking at this fight, trying to figure out who I wanted to take, and then I'm like, you know what? I think I can just go regular thing fight, counting rock stacks, making sure I push him to a bar of power when he's at 15. And I'll just go with Guillotine, and I'll build up my charges, do my damage that way. And I actually decided to not really worry too much about I decided to throw special threes. So after knocking him down, drop a nice special 3, and I actually get quite a nice chunk of damage there. And I think once I realize that, I'm just going to keep building up my combo. Again, just got to keep track of his rock stacks. He's playing nicely. I'm getting nice clean evades. And I can just keep building up, as long as my combo meter stays up, I'm doing more damage with every hit, even with the protection up. Again, I'm going to build up to close to a special 3. There, I can knock him down. Then with the Fury up, I'm doing even more damage. But again, have to pay attention. Here I gotta let him turtle up. Let him go ahead. Now I'm going to parry. I'm going to heavy attack, get the Fury. Drop another special 3. So I had a nice little rotation going at this point. The fight's taking a little long, which is why I sped it up. But for the most part, really happy with how this one played out. Guillotine has been super clutch so far this war season for me. So again, nice evade on the special 1. He's almost down. We'll just finish it with that special 2 there. Perfect. Okay, next we have a Nick Fury on, again, ebb and flow knockdown and heavy hitter. Magneto is not banned. We've got him back on the team here. And then we actually have our first appearance of Void in so long. But Void is going to come in clutch. So, we're going to go ahead. We can just parry heavy this Nick Fury at the beginning. I can see he was running some damaging masteries, I think, as well. I think he's got recoil on. So, it really isn't too bad here. I'm able to dex the last bit of that special 1. Yeah, he's running recoil, so he's taking damage after his specials. Again, knocking him down. I've got that Fury going. Really not too bad. It's just in the second phase where I can't parry. Like when he goes to his second life, I won't be able to parry him, and I won't be able to counter his heavy attack, so I'm going to have to rely purely on baiting specials and intercepts. So we're just going to drop a special 3 here. Get a decent chunk of damage, get some extra bleeds going. So I can't intercept his heavy. I got to go for actual intercepts, or I can't counter his heavy. There we get a nice intercept there. Push him to a special 2. Counter that. And he's done. Very happy with how smooth that fight went. This one goes, I think, the same. Again, ebb and flow knockdown, power focus 1, bubble shield. I can parry heavy this one. I'm not too concerned. I do have the shock resistance if I do get a shock on me with Magneto. But this Black Widow is not going to do too much. Again, like we're at 30 seconds in, and Black Widow's Deadly Origin is almost down. There, we'll just throw one special 1. Fight is over. Easy fight there. Now, this Void on Window of Opportunity, Stun, Defense, and it's got Heal Block and the node that gives you Disorients. So here, I go in with Kingpin, all boosted up, but I'm taking damage from the Disorients on me. I'm hoping that he can purify them because I don't have Hood with me. He's not purifying them as much, and I can't get any healing back from my own rage stacks. So I'm just taking damage all the time this fight. Like, I think even my rage stacks are working against me here because I've got nothing on me and I'm still taking damage, but I still felt like I could out damage this Void. It's good placement. It's kind of annoying. I'm trying to think, maybe Mole Man would be a better counter there, but Kingpin still got the job done. Just had to waste a few potions here. We go in, we got a was this One Eye Open and Hazard Shift Havoc. And again, I play this one a lot smoother than I did in the last war. We don't end up letting him get any of his charges on me, nothing, and he doesn't purify any of them, and he doesn't, I don't end up purifying them, and they don't take a bunch of damage. So this was perfect, and it had One Eye Open, so I just don't want to stun him. All right, next up on path 9, we're just going to continue going. We got Kingpin against Hazard Shift Captain Marvel Movie. Get a nice intercept right off the bat. Take another intercept. Nice clean evades on her special one. Again, nothing too exciting on this note. She is going to get some armor up. If I hit into the block, I can remove it. She's also a high ground defender, so I don't want to give her I don't want to wait like idle too long and let her get those high ground charges. I want to continue attacking in the entire time. Nice clean evades on that special one, and she goes down really easy. And then we continue up. We got Mysterio on Kinetic Transference, Feats of Indestructible 2. I just don't want to go to 2 bars of power and let him go indestructible. I'm just going to spam my special ones on this fight the entire time. And it's Mysterio. I'm pretty comfortable evading either one of his specials here. So evade that first part, evade the uppercut, back off, just wait for... Try not to even parry during that part because of Kinetic Transference. I don't want him to throw like multiple specials in a row without me getting my combos in. So then here he's got his special too. So now he has a chance. I'm going to get power drained, but that's fine. Now I can go in and hit him again. He throws one of those famous Mysterio heavies when you're... so always got to be on your toes fighting Mysterio. But again, nice clean evade. Just wait for that timer to go down so he doesn't reflect the damage back onto me and heal up. Another clean evade on his special one, and we finish with a full yellow bar. Great fight. Now, here I've got Sorcerer Supreme, who is a high ground defender on this Ebb and Flow Intercept. My plan is to go in with Void. I think I brought an enhanced, like a Power Start 1 boost, and I went for an intercept at the beginning. I completely blew it, took a bunch of damage right at the beginning, and that just kind of really screwed me up. I'm not getting any hits in. She immediately gets a high ground charge, and now I'm kind of behind the 8 ball here. I've already taken a chunk of damage, which was completely unnecessary in this fight. Again, I haven't played with Void in a little bit, so my timing on like intercepts and all that stuff was not too great. I did not. Maybe I should have practiced a little bit for this one, but I did not. I just went straight into it. And again, I don't have willpower, so I'm not getting any benefit of the armor break that's on me. It's just making her hit that much harder. And again, as a high ground defender, every time she throws that special one, when she's got at least even one charge of high ground, it's giving me a bunch of extra damage. Luckily, we're able to get a bunch of our intimidating debuffs on her, keep her power locked for a lot of the fight, and able to clutch this one out because we needed Void later for sure and don't want to give up a death. So even though it was a bad start, we finished strong. And a solo is a solo. It doesn't matter. Magneto against this Ebb and Flow intercept Dragon Man. So there we do get an intercept and get our Fury off. But really what we want to do here is ideally we want Dragon Man to throw a special. Now that power gain is not going to come back for the rest of the fight. But I'm stuck in the corner here, which is not great. Sometimes I can evade that heavy in the corner. I use a special 2 just to try and get myself out of the corner there. And I threw a special 1, again, just to get some distance. But then I forgot I shouldn't be throwing a special 1 because I put an armor break on Dragon Man with my special 1. And now for the length of that armor break, I take degen. So I don't want to go ahead and heavy while that armor break is on. I don't want to reset it or else I'll just take a ton of degen damage again. So, not my perfect Dragon Man fight. Usually I'm a lot smoother against him. There we get a nice, there we counter special 2, that heavy attack in the corner, and we finish the fight. So, that's fine. Again, got through it. Heal up Magneto for this Doom, even though I probably didn't even need to heal up. When I see Doom and Magneto is not banned, Magneto is fantastic. So don't really have to worry about too much here. You can see I got the intercept, but I didn't trigger the Fury because he's completely shutting down the node at this point. Sometimes the Fury might trigger, sometimes it won't. But there, if we can, again, the goal here is just build up to a special 3. If we see when he throws his special that he's not triggering the aura because of the magnetism, then we can attack right back in. He is running recoil, so he's taking damage after every special. I just want to build up to a special 3, try and get as much prowess as I can. So here I get 10 prowess, drop a special 3, and see how much damage we can do on the initial special 3 and then a bunch of bleeds afterwards. So I can just back off, let those 9 bleeds tick away, and there he goes before he can even get that special off. Now we're back onto the main account. We've got Kingpin. He had finished the previous fight at 100%. We've done this MODOK on Hazard Shift Stun Immune a whole bunch of times. I don't think this one was flawless, but I'm really not worried about this one with Kingpin. I don't know why I think I don't know which boosts I had expiring, but I went with the regen boost. Usually the Power Start 1 helps me a little bit more on this one. There we get a couple intercepts. Beta special 1. Really what I want to do is I want to get to a special 1 when I have my the special Kingpin Fury, because then my special 1's unblockable. You get that when you purify when you get to 7 rage stacks or more than 7. Yeah, so Kingpin always does a nice job here. The degen on his special 1 reduces his ability accuracy, allows me to get my hits in. There, unfortunately, I do get clipped by his special 1, so I take a little bit of damage, but I don't need Kingpin for anything else, so that is a perfect finish there. Next up, we have Guillotine 2099 against the Stunning Reflection Jabari Panther. I do not have my 100 combo to start. I cannot put any incinerates or poisons on here, so I have to play this fight stun immune. And we do a pretty good job of that the entire time. I can only gain power by putting a debuff on Jabari Panther. So I'm able to gain some power by putting degens on. And so the only thing I have to be careful of is I'm going to bait. Right there, she went into the Huntress mode. So that's the only thing I had to be careful of, because when she's in that mode, you cannot evade the special. So the special 1 you can evade normally, but when in Huntress mode, you cannot evade it. You have to take it on the block. So that's the only thing I had to be careful of, or else I would have taken a ton of damage. But pretty happy that I'm able to gain some power. I realize I'm halfway through the fight. Timing, it's a little bit slow, this fight, as expected. But I was able to get nice clean counters on her heavy attack, nice clean counters on her specials. I'm at 3 bars of power. I'm at 71 hits on the combo meter, so my degen's doing quite a bit of damage now. It's kind of ramping up. I just got to get to the magic 5% number. Get a nice intercept there. We're below 5%. We drop a special 3, and we bank that charge. And I was looking ahead. There's a domino on Limber, Spry, Brute Force. And we're just going to have the charge here with Guillotine 2099. We got one of our teammates putting on the guidance boost from a white Magneto. And we can go in it so we can parry freely this entire fight. But it is domino, so any time you fight domino can be tricky. And you can see she's always putting that. I'm always getting taking some, degen damage a little bit all the time, even just or critical fail damage. That's what it is. And then if I don't hit her fast enough, I don't want to take the brute force damage. So there you can see I can get the passive parries the entire time. Get a nice intercept there. I just keep spamming the special one. Keep her power down. I don't want her to get close to a special 3. There we go. Another special one. She's almost down. A nice intercept to finish it off. All right. Now, I went ahead and I looked up just to make sure that what I needed to do on this fight. I did go ahead for this America Chavez boss, and I practiced with a 2-star against my own 6-star rank 3. So my goal here is really just hit into the block, and I only want to counter her heavy attack like once or twice and bait special ones over and over again. If she does too many heavy attacks, either I've got to intercept it right after the first motion of her heavy attack or the final motion of her heavy attack. If you intercept the second one, then you're going to start taking damage reflected back onto you, which is terrible, which is why she's here as a boss. But the other thing is, if you bait too many of the third heavy, in like too many heavies in a row, then instead of putting on the third one, she'll start putting on the second one and then the first one, and then her damage is ramped up and you're screwed. So here, even though countering her heavy attack after the third hit is fine, I really just want to keep pushing her to special ones and countering as much as possible, and that's been working out great so far. Thrown on my intimidating debuffs, she's already below 50%. She's happy to throw those special ones. We are going to get a little it's going to get a little iffy near the end here. So there she goes ahead, throws that heavy attack. There's a special one, and it's right there. I screw up, but I had the invulnerability boost, but that's her second full heavy. So now what's going to happen is I'm trying to push her to a special one, but she throws that heavy attack. And because she throws it, and she throws 2 in a row, so now she's got all 3 of her charges active. I don't really want to hit into her at this point because all the damage is going to get part of the damage is going to get reflected back onto me. So I've got a pretty big health pool, and she's almost down. So I figure let's go ahead. I can go ahead and attack in. Even if I take a little bit of damage back, it's not too bad. And we finish the fight off. Void, phenomenal counter for the boss. 19 fights, 19 solos. Hope you enjoyed the war. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.